So the following is a function designed in pseudocode. Line numbers are given for reference only. It means that they might be asking questions related to these line numbers, and you would have to actually answer using line numbers only. Function check in a string, this is parameter, returns boolean, declare num dots as integer, index as integer, declare num others as integers. Num dots is equal to 0, num others is equal to 0, index is equal to 0. Try to understand what's happening. I think since it says that if it is dot, then num dots is equal to num dots plus 1, it means that it is in this particular parameter in a string, it is counting the number of dots. All right, num others, it means that if it is not dots, other numbers are being, so if it is 1 dot 2 dot 3, so it means that num dot would be, number of dots would be 2, and 1 2 3 other number of others is 3. So it is actually counting in a string number of dots or other characters. Okay, then index is equal to index plus 1. So if it is basically also checking while num dots is less than 3, so it is counting num dots as much as 3 or for the length of the whole string. So if the number of dots increase beyond 3, the loop will be out, finished, break, or the length of the string, if it is finished, then the loop will break out. So let's see what is actually they want. After that, if num dots is equal to, if they both are same, return true. If they are not, then return false. If the two number of others and number of, this is rather simple one. Let's see what are questions. So you get the idea. This function check is receiving a parameter, and then it is finding out that how many dots are there and how many other characters are there. If the number of dots increased beyond 3, the loop will be broken out, or if the length of the string finishes, then it breaks out. So afterward, it returns true or false based on the check, that if number of dots and other characters is equal, then it returns true, otherwise it is returning false. Study the pseudocode, identify the relevant feature in the table below. The number of lines containing a variable being incremented, wherever you see +1, it is incrementation. Sir, and means both conditions have to be true. Yes, 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 yes. So it says that number of line containing variable being incremented. Both you can get the idea. So this is the line number which is variable being incremented. This is the line number which is where the variable is being incremented. This is the line number where the variable is being incremented. Okay, so get the idea. So wherever you see +1, it is like O levels. +1 means increment. All right, counting has another name, increment. So there are line number 24, 26, 28. So 24, 26, and 28. Now, the range of line numbers containing a precondition. Precondition means while. So from line 20 to line 30, this is precondition. Line 20 to line 30. All right. The number of initialization statements, you see, they are checking your concept. These are initializing statement. Have you noticed these blank lines? After declaration, there is a blank line. Precondition means while. Sareb, don't ask me this childish question. There is a line, blank line, there is a blank line there, there is a blank line there, before while, after while, before and while, after and while, before if. These blank lines are absolutely necessary to understand the code. Sareb, what has happened with a precondition? Precondition is while, postcondition is when you check first, and do the loop later, this is precondition. When you do first and check the condition later, that is postcondition. All right, and then count based loops where we use for next. Good. Sir, in the first one, will we write all three or one? I suppose that they ask for all three. The number of the line, okay, this is singular. You can go with anyone. Doesn't matter. Okay, sorry. I thought that they have the number of lines. Okay. Now, number of initialization in statements. These are three. The number of line, the number of the line containing logical operators. So what are logical operators, by the way? Logical operators are wait and, okay, these are logical operators. Okay, so we have got and just one line and 20. The range of line numbers containing a selection. Selection is if then else. So we have got if then else has from 22 to 27 and 32 to 37. So you can write any 22 to 27 and 32 to 37. Again, so here you can write any. The name of the built-in function. Built-in function means, all right, the built-in function is also the feature of IDE, by the way. Okay. Built-in function is length, because we have not made. Whenever we use a function that was not made by us, it is built-in function. Built-in function means it is from the library of the IDE or the language itself. Okay, so we have got one, and we might, oh yes, we have got mid as well. So we have got length and mid. LENGTH. Whenever you write the name of function, put parenthesis. The name of the parameter, it was in string. So this is good marks getting question, only conceptual. Question number 4. A student is developing a program to count how many times each character of the alphabet A to Z occurs in given string. Okay. Uppercase and lowercase character will be counted as the same. Okay. The string may contain non-alphabetic character which should be ignored. Okay. The program will check each character in the string to count how many times each alphabet character occurs. Okay. Store the count of each alphabet character in a 1D array. Okay. Now this is something that requires your special attention. Output each count together with the corresponding character. Okay. Now, first try to understand what they are asking. They are saying there is 1D array which has 26 positions in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on until 26. 1 is for A, 2 is for B, 3 is for C, 4 is for D. Similarly, 26 is for Z. Now what you have to do, you have to pick one character in a loop. You will run through the length of the string and pick up one character and find out if this character is between bada A to Z or small a to Z. If it is, then find out which character it is. Let's say it is C. Then you will calculate the C's index in alphabets order. So C is third alphabet. Then you will go to this particular array's third element, in whatever the number there, you add 1 to it. So it means that this array is an integer array, and it will be initialized on 0. So let's say if I put ZAFAR, so I will first take Z, so this 0 will become 1, then I'll take A becomes 1, F becomes 1, then again A, so now A become 2, and then R, then we will go to R and we will make it 1. I hope that you got the idea. This is what is required. Okay, now the student has written a structured English description of the program. Start at the beginning of the string means you have to run through the length. Select a character from the string, convert the character to uppercase, check whether the character is, now see, this is beautifully written. So let's just start doing it. All right, so just write the program. You don't have to write actually any procedure or function or anything. Okay, so declare uh, hold on for a moment. Hold on. Okay, start again. Declare we have I for index of the array. Let's suppose array is made, and the name of the array is what? They have not mentioned it. State the name of the process and use it. Okay. Let's call it alpha array. Declare alpha as array, and it is from 1 to 26 of integer, and let's put it in a procedure. Procedure alpha count, and name the, yes, it is integer. Thank you, Alishba. What was the name of parameter before it? In string. Let's make it in string. INSTR as string. Okay. Alpha count of integer. Declare alpha count as integer. Okay. And then what? That's it. That's it. Okay. Declare this character. This character will pick up the character from the string. This character as character. So this is declaration. Now initialization. For I is equal to 1 to 26, and then alpha I is equal to 0. The array is initialized. This character is equal to null. So this is initialized. You don't have to initialize I since we will be using it in for next, so it will be initialized itself. But if as a rule of thumb you like, you can put it. All right, now let's start reading the whole string. Whole string, Azan, we will discuss it. Hold on. Let me first teach you. Okay, we are not solving paper. As I said, we are learning as well. Okay, now for I is equal to 1 to the length of in string. This character is equal to mid of in string I comma 1. So what this function will do, this function will actually read in a string one character at a time from ith location. So if let's say if it is my name Zafar, when I is 1 only Z will be picked up, because this tells that how many characters, and this tells from where. So from 1 to 1, from 2 to 1, from 3 to 1, means from third character, one character will be picked up. And then we have to check if this character is, now first we have to actually convert it to uppercase. This character is equal to upper this character. Now you have to check if this character is greater than or equal to A, and always remember when we check for a range we use and this character, sir, can we reuse I? Yes, you can reuse I 100 times. With the purpose of I is just to use it as index. So if this character is between A and Z, then you have to find the location. Okay, now for location we have to have, let's say, location, let's call it index. And you have to initialize index as well. Okay, index is equal to ASCII of this character minus 64. So if you do remember, A's ASCII is 65, B's ASCII is 66. So if we subtract 64 from 65, it becomes 1. And if we subtract 64 from B, it becomes 2. So this bit tells that this is the first character of the alphabet. This is the second character of the alphabet. If C is equal to 67, you subtract a constant 64, it will become 3. So it tells that this is C. So index would have now the index of the element in the array where you have to increase the count. So the name of the array is alpha. So what you have to do, you have to reach out to that particular index and you have to increase it by 1. Alpha index, whatever there, add 1 to it. So this is end if. Okay, and then next. Now, what will happen? This is the part that you had to write. All right, then for I is equal to 1 to length of in string, whatever in the in string, every character will be picked one after the other, and then it will be converted to its uppercase as it is set over here. What it says that start at the beginning, we have done it. Select a character, we have done it. Convert the character to the uppercase, we have done it. Then check whether the character is alphabetic or and increment. So this is it. This is the part. This is the part number 4. Okay, we have checked it, and repeat from step 2 until the last character has been checked. So this is the for next. Okay, output a suitable message giving the count of each alphabet character. Now your array is updated. Okay, so what you have to do now, you have to produce the character and its count. So we will run another loop for I is equal to 1 to 26. Okay, now we have 1. If I add 64 to it, it will become 65. And if I apply CHR 65, CHR function 65, it will become A. So what I will do, I will output CHR I plus 64. So this will output A. I'll merge it with equal to, and then I'll merge it with num2 string alpha I. So this will actually show something along lines this: A is equal to 5, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 3, D is equal to 4, something along these lines. So this part is being produced over here. This part is this, and this part is basically this. Next. End procedure. Whatever they ask for, I have solved the whole thing so that you have an idea that how to get this done. Okay. Now, let's read the question rest of the part. Step 4 above is not described in the sufficient detail. The student decides to apply a process to increase the level of details given in step 4. State the name of the process and use this process to write step 4 in more details. Use structured English. So this is the process called stepwise refinement or top-down design. Stepwise refinement or top-down design. Okay, so we have got a problem. We try to don't have, we have to do ASCII of A and ASCII of Z. No, you don't have to do that. For see, when we check it directly, we can check it directly. Why do we have to get into ASCII and all? Okay. Okay, structured English. Check if the character is between A and Z. All right. Calculate array index for the character. Increase array index by 1. So basically they're asking for just this part, this part. Okay. This part is check if the character is between A and Z. So we have done it. Calculate array index for the character. We have done it. And then increase the array. We have done it. So they are just asking for this part. So let's move forward. I have taken my time. I am here to revise. I'm here to make you understand. I'm here to make you comfortable with the questions. All right. Okay. Write pseudocode to implement the program. You should not. Okay. There we go. They also ask for the whole thing. Yes, Tabshir, Sirf Alpha. So they are now asking for the whole thing. So we have not wasted any time. This is of 7 marks. Any question beyond 4 marks is considered as a big question. And that big question will give you more marks. All right, considering that threshold and all. So we have done both. All right. Move on. Question number 5. The following pseudocode checks whether a string is a valid password or not. So this is in a string check password. The function is check password. Sir, how much time do we spend on big questions? Sanya, you see, ultimately, bete, the thing is that you have to be very comfortable with code writing. The time, the definition of the time for writing the code is inversely proportional to the ability to write the code. If you have got greater ability, you won't see that you are writing the code in a lot of time. If you don't have ability, you haven't practiced well, you will be wasting much of the time. So how can I say that how much time? You might be good, I might not be good. So if I'm not good, I might be wasting half of my paper time writing a single code. And ultimately, I'm not sure कि सही लिखा भी है कि नहीं लिखा. All right. Yes, Arif, we pass the parameter on our own. Yes. So you see, this paper 2 is all about writing codes. That's it. So if you are comfortable, you will be writing code in less time. How can I say that you have 10 minutes for this question and 5 minutes for this question when you are not good or you are too good? If you are too good, you might find 5 minutes or 10 minutes more. And if you are not that good, you might be finding 30 minutes even lesser. So find it yourself, how good you are with coding and how much time do you need. All right. Over here, I don't have any time restriction, but still, after teaching with these extra lines of codes and all, I am still able, I can manage time. Okay, so this is one hint for you. The following pseudocode checks whether a string is valid or not. So function check password in a string, whatever, declare index, upper, lower, digit, other, integer, next character, S character, upper, lower, digit. Okay, so these are all counters. So it is picking up one character at a time, and if it is between A and Z, it is adding to upper, and if it is between smaller A and Z, it is adding to lower. If it is between 0 and 9, then it is adding to digit. Otherwise, anything else will be updating the other by 1, increasing other by 1. So then it is checking if upper is greater than 1 and lower is greater than 5. It means that the password has at least one uppercase character and at least uh, um, at least five lowercase characters, and digits are digits and others are greater than 0. Means digit, if there are 5 digits and you subtract other from it, and it should be greater than 0, then return true. Okay, digits must be greater than, it means digits must be greater than other characters. So you have to have at least one. Let's write it. Describe the validation rules that are implemented. Greater than 1, at least greater than 1 means at least two uppercase characters this one, at least 5 lowercase character and more digits than others. Other characters. These are 3 things. All right. Complete the trace table by dry running the function when it is called as follows. So Jim plus Smith and 99. So first we initialize all 4 counts, all 4 counters, counter, upper counter, lower counter. Then index starts from 1. So when it is 1, the next character that you pick up is J. So since J is upper, so upper will be increased. Then you take the second character is I is lower, so lower will be increased by 1. Then you take third character, that is M is lower, so lower will be increased by 1. It becomes 2. Then you take fourth character, that is plus will go to other. It will become 1. Then you take S at 5th location, that is capital S, so upper will be 2. Then you take M at 6th location, M is small, so lower will be 3. And then you take 7, 8, 9, 10. So I is lower, so this will be 4. T is lower, this will be 5. H is lower, so this will be 6. And then asterisk. Asterisk is other, so other will become 2. And then what we have, 99, 11, 9, and 12 is 9 as well. So these are digits. So digit was 0, so it will become 1, and then it will become 2. There we go. That is how we do it. Take one character at a time, find it out what it is, and then it does it. Okay. All right. State the value returned when the function is called using expression shown. Justify your answer. So let's check if we have at least 2 uppercase digits. Okay ka signal hai. If we have at least 5 lowercase digits, okay signal. If we have more digits than other characters, no. We have got same number of this. It is not, it has been told over here that digits minus other must be greater than 0. So they are not, they are equal to 0. So what it returns false. Value is false. Digit minus others is equal to 0 and has to be greater than 0. All right. So this is your answer. Okay. Now, question number 6. Question number 6, account information Mustafa, we have to have, this is a password, we have to have at least 2 uppercase characters, more than 5 or equal to 5 lowercase characters, and number of digits which are more than others. So here they were equal, so that is why it is false. Account information for users of a library is held in one of 2 text files. All right, user list A to M .txt. Okay,